What's up? You made it back. You're alive.
Made it back from Belize.
How you feeling?
Not so good. Don't drink water in Belize, folks.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that.
Stay in the resort.
Will kill you
Inside
inside
your
and
stomach.
out. But yeah.
Yeah, not feeling too good today.
Don't drink water. You don't know where it came from in a third world country. Keep yourself safe. So
Yeah, it's just a little difficult over there.
Yeah,
to
100%.
drink- To find which water to drink. So
Yeah.
dude, if you're gluten free and you go to somewhere like Belize, it's freaking difficult.
Really?
And it's difficult.
Why is that?
Because I can only have like chicken tacos, and they don't. I mean, you'd go to some restaurants and they don't even have gluten free options. So I'd
Yeah, you got to see like
some
meat,
places I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't even eat. But
seafood.
breakfast was difficult there too because I don't love eggs, and that's all I could pretty much eat.
That's all I ate. Yeah,
So,
I eat omelets when I go out
yeah.
to a different country for breakfast.
Yeah,
I
but
don't like eggs either.
yeah, it's definitely nice to be back and in a routine again and kind of rest up a little bit. Start going back to the gym and.
Took me like a week and a half to get back into the routine.
Bro, I hope that's how I'm fully recovered by then, but
Yeah, you'll be good.
I'll be good by then. I hope.
Good.
So
So what's been going on in the world?
let's start out with Trump getting arrested.
Yes, Daddy Trump's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Do you know like about what he's going what he's in trouble for?
So I heard that it was 34 counts of like felony counts through like a catch and kill scheme, which I don't entirely know exactly what that means, but there was rumors it had something to do with like a porn star he was involved with, and
So pretty much what he did was he paid off Stormy Daniels, like he paid her hush money to keep quiet about it with campaign funds, which is illegal use of campaign funds.
yeah, it was like $130,000.
I didn't really know about that stuff, but
It's crazy.
the
Like,
main thing I knew about was the Stormy Daniels stuff with the hush money.
well, and you don't ever really hear a president being convicted of a felony.
He was the first president to get arrested.
Yeah, and probably get a felony.
It's probably
Maybe.
not.
Oh,
Well, if you're Donald Trump and have his lawyers, you're probably fine.
true.
Unfortunately, that's just the truth with every wealthy individual.
Why do you think all of this is happening now? You know, like at this time after his presidency, like could it be because he wants to get reelected again?
There's
or-
lots of things it could be,
Yeah.
depending on what people believe or what conspiracies they want to believe. I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a lot of things. So
Yeah.
that's kind of up to everyone's personal interpretation to understand exactly, or not to understand, but to think to why this is happening now
Yeah.
and not earlier or not later. So
Gotcha.
there's lots of things it could be at the moment, but
Yeah.
you never know. It
I
was
know.
crazy though, because I think he went to court in New York
Manhattan.
yesterday, and
Yeah.
there was people all over
I mean,
outside.
kind of crazy.
It's crazy. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, we're living through history for sure.
Yeah. I've
so-
never really been political or like
Yeah, same.
wanted to go on one side, but because the Nelk boys would go to the rallies and like meetups for Trump, I was always like, go Trump, because you know whoever they follow, I was like,
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yeah.
just so funny how they had him on their podcasts and stuff, and
He was like dancing in their vlog. I remember that.
and then
Yeah.
Steve will do it, got him a Rolex,
Yes.
so that was cool too.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why Trump is not necessarily popular, but a lot of people talk about him because he wasn't really like a politician when he became a president. That's kind of been the first president that wasn't like a politician for all of his life,
Yeah,
that worked his way up to presidency. Is he just ran as a normal individual and got elected. And so it was just kind of crazy. That in itself, him getting elected, was kind of crazy, but now like all this stuff going on, it's definitely interesting to see history play out and like what goes down.
yeah, because everyone knows him as like a really good businessman, and obviously
Yeah.
he can, manage money well and
Yeah.
do what he wants with that side of things. So it was kind of interesting to see
Yeah.
how he would affect the economy running in presidency.
I mean, a lot more people liked him before he was a president that made some changes for
Yeah.
once. So yeah, everyone has their opinions on that, but Trump was definitely way more liked before he was president.
I just think Joe Biden's too old. Like, what bothers me is the fact that he can't finish sentences.
It's just bad. I can't even talk about it.
I've never, been like, oh, I hope this is like, I've never voted. I've never like been like, I hope this is who the president is. Like, this is stupid. I don't get like, I don't get really passionate about it or anything, but I just think that as the president of the United States, you should be able to speak at a decent level, better than a fifth grader.
Yeah, I saw this funny video about like, it was a stand-up comedian. He was talking about how like Joe Biden hung out with Barack Obama for like 8 years of his presidency because he was his vice president, and the dude was like, yeah, he picked up nothing from Obama because like Obama was very well spoken, like really well put together, a good speaker. Mm-hmm. And so was Trump. He was good at public speaking and got his point across. But yeah, it's honestly, dude, I just like,
speaking's a big thing.
It's embarrassing. Probably gonna get into World War III because of it. Just like there's a lot of shit, and it's just like, yeah.
Hopefully we're safe here in Boise.
Yeah, well, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're kind of close to LA, so depends how big the nukes are.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. If it happens, it happens.
Really,
yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna live my life. They can do what they want to do.
Yeah. But across the world, in Romania, the Tate brothers just got released from, prison. They weren't like convicted of anything yet. They were awaiting their trial. Mm-hmm. And I think they're still awaiting their trial, but they got let go to be on house arrest. Yeah. I think they were in there for 6 months?
Yeah, it was a good amount of time. They came out with
September.
Decent beard as well, making them look.
Yeah, they had some hair.
And then Andrew Tate posted a video on Twitter, him smoking a Cuban cigar, and he just looks built, bro.
He said he did 1,700 push-ups.
I believe it.
Yeah, well, he didn't have any yard time. He was locked in a cell for 6 months straight. I think it was 6 months. I think he went in September.
What do you think goes through your head? Like,
He was like, I have absolute mental clarity right now. It's just insane. And I think his remarks when he was coming out were so different than someone who goes in and gets locked up wrongfully. Like someone would usually just like, yes, they were like, they had rage and they were like mad, but they were so cool, calm, and collected in the sense of like, it will work out how it's supposed to. Like they trust God, like the truth will come out. Like they're they're just confident that the right thing will happen. And so like, that's really cool to see. Like, I feel like when some people, whether or not they're guilty or not guilty of whatever they're charged with, I mean,
the truth will always come out.
Yeah. That and like, but people that, I don't know, they could have handled it a lot more immaturely is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But when they came out, they were just like super like, they're just like thankful to be out. Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of cool.
Well, and I think here's my view on the Tates. I think that the things that they put out on the internet, a lot of it is true based on kind of like just the world itself. Like the things that they say I agree with, and I think there's a lot of people that see that as a threat. Yeah. And they want to come up with anything they can to lock them up. Yeah. Because they don't want the Tates to reveal the truth of what they believe is what's actually happening in the world.
100%.
And so...
Yeah. It's kind of crazy when people start speaking up, like that people just disappear and stuff like that. Happens a lot with China and like Chinese people that like say, and they just like disappear. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of what's happening.
I've always been I'm Andrew Tate fan.
I am an Andrew Tate fan. I mean, anyone can say what they want to, but everyone chooses what they want to digest. And
I think that the knowledge that they put out is good for men, and
it's not even like
it's not knowledge.
It's just like it's almost just like a mindset in a sense of like, you're just kind of like you create your own destiny and like.
Well, I saw this other thing too, where there's like a lot of positive things that they put out as well. Like I saw this TikTok where it's like, enjoy the sunshine through your window shield in the morning driving to work, and he talks about how there's people that would kill for the position you're in. So it's just like, there's good stuff that he puts out there. And I honestly don't understand why the Romanian government sees them as a threat.
Well, yeah. And he was also like, I hold nothing against the Romanian government, blah, blah, blah. Like they're doing their jobs, whatever. Which is super respectful.
And humble.
To see someone like that instead of being like, they could have been like, F them, F them, all that
this
stuff.
Is all false.
It's completely different. But yeah, it's crazy. Like 90% of the world like 10% of the world would kill to be the other 90%. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like you don't think your life's great, but in reality, like
Well, and that's kind of what happened when I was on my trip as well. Like seeing stray dogs.
you see a lot of
and
poverty down there.
Kind of. I saw kids barefoot on the streets, like, you know, begging for food and stuff
Really?
like that. Yeah. Or just like, you know, people on the side of the road when it was scorching hot out trying to sell like coconuts and stuff. And I'm like, it's just,
you were
just
on
to
San Pedro Island,
survive.
right?
Yeah. And so that's away from the main, like Belize city.
mainland. Yeah.
And so
There's probably more in Belize.
yeah,
the city.
yeah, probably for sure. But you know, it's such a different
Perspective.
life. And then I came back here and I was like, it's so much easier here, and just
It's crazy.
very thankful. You know.
Yeah, people complain about stuff where, like, you know, for example, like people complain about rent and or mortgages, but it's like, bro, some people don't even have
Place to
a
live.
rent or mortgage to
Or
be
it's-
able to pay.
Another Andrew Tate thing. He said some people complain so much about their job, but it's like, if you didn't have a job, wouldn't you be worrying more? You know, like,
Oh yeah.
because then you can pay anything. You know.
Yeah. I know. It's
So there's
crazy.
just a lot of those things that you kind of like, just that come in your brain. You're like, oh, Andrew Tate said that, or like, there's just a lot of good things that I kind of have inputted into my head and mindset and applied it to that. So.
Well, yeah, and another reason why I like the Tate brothers is because the people that they make mad are people that I don't like to associate with. So like, I couldn't really care less. I have no hate against people like that, but
yeah,
if you get offended by something that the Tate brothers say, then I probably are not the type of person that I want to be around.
yeah,
I mean, granted, maybe I'm not 100% all for whatever they say all the time. But even if they say something I don't like, I don't watch the video. I just scroll or something. Like if I don't like something, I just scroll past it. I don't start a comment rant, and yeah, people are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but we have something to look forward to this weekend that starts tomorrow.
the Masters.
If you're listening and are watching this, it started yesterday. Which Masters is it?
The 87th.
The 87th Masters started yesterday. If you're listening to this or watching this on a Friday, it starts tomorrow because it's Wednesday right now. We're very excited. We're going to have a little Masters watch party on Friday in the office. We're going to have some pimento and cheese sandwiches, some pulled pork from the Masters.
Well, who's coming?
Blake ordered the Masters catering kit,
Oh shit!
but he's going to be out of town, so it's just going to be us, and I think Bree's going to come. And yeah,
You should invite Anthony.
I think he has school.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Pilot.
so yeah, the Masters is this week. My prediction, I think Max Homa is going to win. I don't really place bets. I'm not really even sure how to go about that. I don't really care that much, but I think Max Homa is going to win. I also think that Scotty Scheffler could be a contender.
Yeah.
Who are you betting on?
Well, who I want to win versus who I think is going to win, two different things.
Yeah.
I want Tony Finau
Yes,
to win.
I like Tony, bro.
because I think he can get another one, and
He hasn't won a Masters before.
not a Masters, but he's won tournaments
a
before.
tournament,
Yeah. I just honestly love his game. Love how he's a family man. Like, you know, I just
Yeah.
love everything about the guy, and who I think's gonna win is Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. He's been on a roll.
I think him or Rory.
I mean, I think Rory could come back.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well. Tiger shot 67.
I heard Blake
practice run.
bet 500 on Tiger.
Did you bet 500?
He bet 500.
I thought it was only 100. Dude, if Tiger wins, that means Blake's going to win like so much money.
Yeah, because he did it between a bunch of guys.
And he did it before Tiger played his practice round. So like, which
How is
gives
Blake
people
so
like,
good at these predictions?
he just always bets for Tiger. 2019 probably would have won a bag. But I think his bet before the practice round took place was like, the wager was like $100 and if Tiger won, I think Blake would have took home like $6,600.
Yeah.
I think. So times that by 5 probably. I don't even know. Who knows? I don't really know how that works, but
Yeah.
crazy. We'll see how that pans out. Dude, I'm literally not going to do anything this weekend but watch the Masters.
That's going to be me too.
So hyped. I remember last
I need
year.
one weekend where I'm just like,
Yeah.
chill. You should have a watch party.
We are here.
I know, but this
On
weekend
Friday,
too.
possibly. Well, it's Easter Sunday.
Do it Saturday.
Do you have some family functions going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I forgot Easter's this Sunday.
Yeah, dude. Easter and then, I don't even know what, summer. I kind of feel like Theo Vaughn right now talking on a podcast. I've been watching so many Theo Vaughn podcasts, or just like his clips on TikTok and Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time I scroll past that Theo Vaughn clip, I watch the whole thing. Like, automatically.
Yeah.
Do you like Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, I do. I actually have a couple of his TikToks saved. That's the reason why I see his TikToks all over.
Yeah, Bree and I are trying to go to one of his shows in Phoenix in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks? 2.5 weeks? Dude, I love that guy. He's so funny. He's so...
Okay.
The thing that makes him so funny is, like, everything he says is so unexpected. And that's what makes it so much fun. Because like he says some like random ass shit, and I'm just like, how does he? He's so witty. Like he just comes up with this funny ass shit on the fly.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's funny as hell. I also love Two Bears, One Cave, Tom Segura, and Bert Kreischer. Also, fun fact, do you know Tom Segura is Spanish and speaks Spanish fluently? His last name's Segura, which is kind of like,
I didn't know that.
got some spice in it, but like I just didn't put that 2 and 2 together. And he was like, had his mom on the podcast and was speaking fluent Spanish. I was like, that's so cool.
That is cool.
So cool.
Riley's like, oh, I wish that was me.
It will be.
It'll
be me.
Yeah, you're doing good on your streak on Duolingo, right?
Yeah, Duolingo. I'm trying to find an actual tutor though in person because I want to go to like in-person classes.
Yeah.
So
that would be better, I feel like. Just putting yourself into it.
Yeah, I have someone... Well, a good tutor speaks English and Spanish. I have a friend that speaks only Spanish.
Oh.
So like he can't really help me.
Yeah.
He can help me in hindsight in like a sense. He can help me, but it's easier when like someone can speak both languages and like sit down with me.
Yeah.
And like I have certain questions that like I can't just like sometimes I can Google them, but like sometimes the questions are just very like I don't know, they're very just unique questions that only like a human can answer with like language and stuff. So it would be nice. So yeah,
nice.
I'll update you on that. I go to Cabo again in December, so I want to be like very like good by then.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I just want to learn a new language, dude. I want to be that white guy where everyone's like, God damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would just be so cool.
Well,
it would be
I
like
was
the biggest flex.
I was
honestly.
thinking about that because when we were in the shuttle to the airport in Belize, the dude was speaking Spanish and he couldn't speak English. And so I was like, I wish I had Riley here right now. Riley could help me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I took 3 years in high school, but I just...
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just don't...
I
don't remember a lot.
I honestly, looking back, I would have taken 4.
Really?
Yeah. I also really liked my Spanish teacher. That helps.
Yeah.
I only had her for 2 years in a row. If I would have had someone else, though, I probably wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah.
Teachers are so important.
Teachers are important, man.
That's why I wish you could, like, choose your teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Like, out, if they have, like, 3 teachers.
Yeah.
Like, choose which one you want. But it's so hard to learn things when you don't like your teacher.
I know.
So hard.
It is hard.
Not even if you don't, like them as a person, but if you just don't like how they teach and, like, how they run their classroom, like, it's just really difficult.
Well, and it's like I was so close with some of my teachers senior year.
Yeah.
That it made it 10 times easier.
Yeah.
More fun. I was more passionate about like wanting to learn with them. So
did you ever take video tech?
Yeah. I took video tech 1, 2, and broadcast.
You did?
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
Favor. Andrew Favors at Eagle High.
What was his background?
He had a degree in film and media in college.
Interesting.
From U of I believe.
What's the biggest takeaway that you got from his class? Like what did you learn?
Probably that there's a lot that goes into a big production process in terms of like making sure that each individual person is on task and like it takes a team to create a giant thing. You can't do everything.
Oh yeah.
No. That's what I took away. And it's like if you have a group of people who feel like they're lost, it's good to take leadership in something you feel passionate and you know a lot about.
Yeah.
So, because that'll make things quicker and more efficient.
So what did your guys' like curriculum look like? Like what were you working on? Like what types?
So we did 10 projects.
Let's talk about broadcasting.
Yeah.
Aside from, did you guys do like
We did
morning announcements?
morning announcements, yeah.
Okay, so besides morning announcements, what were the projects that you guys worked on?
So we would either do a music video. Okay. We would either do a bit for the morning announcements.
Okay.
Gosh, this is taking me back a little bit. I know I graduated like...
We're going to need to see some of those videos, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you will.
I'll show you some of mine.
Yeah, and then there was some, like, we did a skit where I dressed up in my Spidey suit.
Char was like...
We did a PSA, I think is what it was called.
PSA, yeah. Public service announcement.
Yeah, exactly. And then we would also go around and interview our favorite teachers. So
okay, nice.
Stuff like that. And you'd have to do 12 projects by the end of the semester or something. Or something like that.
Nice.
I don't remember the exact amount, but yeah. How about you?
Broadcasting. I'll just cover broadcasting for now. Broadcasting, we had per semester on top of our morning announcements, we had to produce, what's this per semester? Yeah, we had to produce 4 separate news stories.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Maybe 8 per semester. It was 1 inside story, 1 outside story. And what that meant was an inside story had to be a news story about something at school, in school, something to do with school.
You went to Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the outside story had to be, it could be anything of a video that you did outside of school.
Okay.
So it could be a news story, or it could just be like, I think I turned in, this one time I just had fun with it. Like my dad was making cookies and I just made like an edit out of it. And so that counted as our outside story. Gotcha. But the inside stories, we had to do like proper interview setup, proper like interviewing mic setup, stuff like that. With like one of mine, was this broadcasting? No, this was junior year. So this wasn't even for broadcasting. Oh, I only did broadcasting junior year. Duh. Okay. So it was junior year. But like one of my stories was on sleep. So I interviewed the school nurse and we were talking about how important sleep was for like students and like why it affects them, et cetera, yada, yada, yada. It was like a minute and a half story.
Gotcha.
So I set up like the interview, I asked all the questions and then I shot all the B-roll and then put it into a minute and 30, So I really learned like pacing and like technical stuff in video tech.
Gotcha.
Because my teacher, Mr. Minier, he had, I think, 10 plus years of experience at news stations. He used to work at the Anchorage NBC station in Alaska.
Wow.
Then he worked at Channel 6 for a little bit. So he has like great experience in news and from a technical standpoint. Like
nice.
When he was in news, he literally had to cut tape and like there was no linear editing.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Or non-linear or linear.
I don't even know. That sounds old.
Like Final Cut is non-linear, or it is linear. No, it's non-linear because you can go back and forth and do this. It's not like just one. Yeah. I think. I don't even know. I should know that. But yeah, it's just crazy. I learned like so much. Like my teacher was the kind of guy to like make you like you'd make a video and you're so pumped about it. And then he was like, this video sucks, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, but you need that.
Oh, dude. 100%. If I didn't have constructive criticism, one, I wouldn't have learned how to take constructive criticism, which is so important in like the workplace after high school.
Yeah.
And also I would not have been as good at video because there were so many things where I was like, if I don't do this, he's going to call my ass out in front of the class.
Yeah.
So like I would just like get on shit. And like Ryan Escandone and I, like Ryan would always make these videos and like Paul, my teacher, would just like rip them apart. I'm like, I thought they looked great. And like, but it was the technical things that like a lot of us missed. We made videos that looked good, but like there's a lot of technicals that we were missing. And when you go out into the world and start charging people for videos, like you got to have your technicals right. Even as boring as it is, like that's got to be base covered number 1.
Yeah.
And then you can make it look pretty and like progress from there, if that makes sense. So yeah, broadcasting was fun. When we did it, it was me, Ryan, Jake, a couple other people. We produced a show every day, and we didn't use our studio. So we had a Telecaster, we had a set, we had cameras set up, we had everything. We didn't use it. We used DSLRs, and we produced a show every morning within an hour. We did all the announcements, all the B-roll. We shot and edited every morning.
Wow.
And then, yeah, so it was crazy. It looked great, but it was crazy.
Yeah.
Like we literally we would get the announcements from the teacher the morning of, from Mr. Minier. He would get all the announcements from the teachers. We'd have like 6 or 7 announcements. we'd film an opening, like some B-roll, some stuff. We would go film the announcements, and then we'd like put it all on a timeline and edit it. Now thinking back, there's so many ways we could have been so much more efficient.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was hectic. It was stressful. It was great.
Nice.
But we learned how to edit really quick and really well.
Yeah. Throwing yourself into real world experience.
It was fun. It was fun. Now I look back and I'm like, I was always the kid, but like I knew how to do all this stuff before I took the class. But if I wouldn't have taken this class, I would not be as far as I am now.
Yeah.
Because I was always a hater on school and like photography classes in school.
Yeah.
Photography was so pointless. But video tech, I actually learned so much. And like I said, I think it's because of my teacher.
Yep.
Like there's so many schools that have video teachers. Sounds like yours knew what he was doing, but there's so many schools that just have like the history teacher doing it and like they don't actually know video. So it's, you got to have a good video teacher in high school if you want to actually learn some stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I miss video class. That's it though.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
No other classes.
Nothing else. So.
No other classes.
All right. Well,
Great pod.
Char. Next week we'll be back. We'll be ripping a new topic, whatever's happening next week.
Oh, yeah.
And Blake might be kicking you out of your spot soon. So
yeah, but it's been a good run. It's been a good run, mate.
Yes. All right. Well, you got to go edit the pod and try not to vomit. So
yeah, I'll be good.
Pod out today.
See ya.